Change of scenery. Well, finished school. Um, and so I'll be back here for another 3 months, and then in 3 months, you guys are gonna see me in a whole other new apartment. I'm not going back to the same school. I'm gonna be at a different college. So yeah. Sorry for the late uploads. I didn't haven't uploaded, but this was the first trade I took on the new XFA. Ended up in a loss, unfortunately, but these things happen, right? Important thing is we didn't blow our XFA in the first day or with the first trade, which is what I did last time I was funded. I literally blew it in the first day. It was ridiculous. You can tell, you probably guess how my psychology was back when I did that. But yeah, took a loss today. Back on my old setup. And in 3 months I'll be in a whole other new apartment. In 3 months, hopefully, I'll have a payout by then. But if not, that's fine. We're just gonna take things one day by day and see where it takes us. So today's trade recap, I'm just getting into it real quick. Yeah, small loss. We were able to mitigate it, but still, we just had the wrong drawn liquidity today. Again, like I said, I'm re-emphasizing. If you have the right drawn liquidity, you're gonna win the trade. It's pretty obvious. Like, it doesn't have to be the best setup as long as your drawn liquidity is right. But today my drawn liquidity was wrong. So coming to the day on the daily time frame, we didn't really have much on the daily time frame other than the fact that we had just taken out previous day highs coming into the market, and then obviously we still have a new week opening gap unfilled. We still have room for rebalance. And honestly, I thought we may today start drawing towards the uh towards yesterday's low because of the fact that coming into the day, on the 4 hour, right, on the 4 hour, this was the 4 hour for the 6 a.m. candle, we were kind of looking like we were souping these highs. We were souping the previous day highs. So let me mark out the previous day highs here. So this is the previous day high, right? Previous day high. And so coming in on the 4 hour, it looked like we were sweeping it. It looked like we were in the process of sweeping this high. And so obviously the best case scenario would have been for this 4 hour 6 a.m. candle, for the body to close below this down close candle, this previous down close candle, which is where I think I messed up. I wasn't patient enough. I didn't wait until 10 a.m. to watch this candle. Actually, I think I just didn't watch this 4 a.m. candle kind of officially soup this down close candle because it closed above the body of this. It kind of turned this into an order block, kind of like a change in the state for the 4 hour. And then obviously the next 10 a.m. 4 hour candle is going to reject off that and respect it, most likely because it's a 4 hour order block, 4 hour change in the state. It's going to respect that and continue heading higher. And so today my draw was lower, and I wanted to see the London lows get taken, and that just wasn't what happened, right? So let me get into the trade, like the actual trade. We also had a 4 hour SMT coming to the day, and I thought a higher time from SMT would have pushed price down. And obviously it didn't. End up getting taken sooner later into the session. So yeah. So keeping in mind, my draw on liquidity is London lows, right? Why? Because on a daily time frame we have a daily bearish daily for value gap. On the 4 hour time frame we have what looks like a 4 hour. Well, we did have a 4 hour SMT, and then what it looks like we have a 4 hour soup. And so that's enough conviction for me to believe that we were going to start heading lower. But then one thing again that I messed up on was I just got to read the overnight PD arrays, right? And overnight, what were we doing? Not really overnight, but what were we doing before market open? We're respecting this 1 hour fair value gap. We're respecting bullish PD arrays. 4 hour, we're respecting. We gave a 4 hour change in the state to the upside. 1 hour, we're respecting this 1 hour fair value gap. 4 hour, 1 hour, that's two higher time frame PD arrays. And that's just me that's just me getting blinded by my own ego and me believing that my drawn liquidity is right and not actually taking the facts from the market and what the market's telling me. Again, that's just a mistake. And so yeah, this trade again, like, I wasn't too mad about it, but it could have been avoided if I just stayed a little bit more patient. I think that comes with this new XFA account and me. I have to I have to realize this is different from an eval. Like, I have to really wait and make sure that I'm taking the setups that come to me and make sure that I'm not taking trades that that have invalidations in them, that are clear invalidations, like higher time frame PE arrays telling me otherwise. So it's really important to switch the mindset, I feel like, from an eval to an XFA. But yeah, so the actual trade, again, like I said, we have a 15-minute imbalance here, right? A 15-minute fair value gap to the downside. And that's a pretty good sign for me. So I'm waiting for price to retrace back into this area. On the 15-minute, and then on the 5-minute, actually, we get a better entry. This is really messy. Let me just get rid of everything. Okay, let me just get rid of it. Let me just reanalyze everything. Okay, so market open is 9:30, right? At 9:30, what do? This is what I expected, right? 9:30. This was up until here. This is what I expected, right? Okay. I wanted to see the Asia lows, Asia highs, London highs get taken out for buy side liquidity, right? I wanted to get a stop hunt. So that's exactly what we got. We got a stop hunt to the upside. Because my drawn liquidity was lower, I wanted a Judas swing to the upside. That's what we got. So we have a stop hunt. We take out, what is this? We take out London highs, we take out Asia highs. And so now I'm looking for a price to head down lower, right? Because I want this to be our Judas swing. And that's exactly what we do. We start heading lower. We have a 5-minute inverse for value gap, and that's two really good signs for me. We have a stop hunt and we have a 5-minute inverse for value gap. Okay, that's two pieces of confluence that we're going to start heading lower. What else do? We create displacement on the 5-minute. What else do? We create a 5-minute bearish unicorn model. So we have a higher time from SMT. We have a stop hunt. We have a breaker block here, low, high, lower, low, higher, high. So this becomes our breaker block. 5-minute breaker block here. 5-minute fair value gap. In addition to that 5-minute inverse, we have a 5-minute fair value gap here. And here would have been my entry, right? So that's basically where I entered, right? And now I know my entry is a little bit off. Let me tell you why. So I was looking at NQ, and on ES was actually the much cleaner entry. So my original plan was to enter on ES, and that trade would have hit, right? But guess what? I didn't get filled. I missed my entry by a literal tick. I had a limit order place right here. I don't know why it was. Maybe I should have put it like directly at the wick of the start of this fair value gap. I just had a little bit internally into that fair value gap, and it ended up not tapping me in. And as soon as I missed that move down here, you guys can't really see it, but as soon as I missed this move, I canceled the order. Ended up tapping it back again, and then hits that London low that we're targeting for ES, but I just missed that move on for ES, and I think that's kind of what also played into the part of me, kind of forcing a trade here a little bit. So as you can see, like I said, I mean, this wasn't a terrible trade, but again, like, it would have been avoided if I would have taken that trade on ES, and then if I would have paid attention to the 4 hours. So as 10 a.m. comes around, right? Because 10 a.m. is when the new candle starts. 10 a.m. comes around, and obviously at 10 a.m., the 10 a.m. candle, we haven't, we close above this previous down close 4 hour candle. And so these wick offs, all it is wicking off that 4 hour candle, right? That previous 4 hour candle. All this is just respecting that 4 hour candle. That's all it's doing, right? And I didn't realize that. I took that as like the start of expansion lower. And what I did here was I entered on the 1 minute. I entered off of this displacement here. We get a fair value gap, a 1 minute fair value gap here, and then as you can see, I enter off that retracement. And so yeah, like that was my trade today that I took. I had my confluences that were there, but as soon as I missed that trade on ES, I should have just left it. And after seeing, the big thing was looking at the 4 hour. I didn't look at the 4 hour, and the big thing was like, it was really, really choppy. When I didn't get that clean entry, I should have just left it. But big things were not looking at the higher time frame, being egotistical and not taking what the market gave me, because the market told me, right? The market told me coming in, it's respecting that 1 hour fair value gap, and it's and the 4 hour candle closed above the previous one, which made it a 4 hour order block. But I was just very ignorant, I guess, and I was greedy today, which kind of made me lose a trade. But that's okay. I'm definitely gonna learn from this and move on, and hopefully we can catch a setup tomorrow. If not, that's okay too. But I think, yeah, I mean, let me know if you guys took the similar trade as I did. I don't know if people in my Discord take the similar trade, but I asked people if they would have taken it. Some people said they wouldn't have, with very good reasoning. And I mean, definitely, like, this wasn't the best trade, but I mean, wasn't that terrible trade either. I saw my model and I took it, so that's all I can do. But yeah, hopefully I get some better trades coming in the next couple of days or weeks or wherever that may be. And I appreciate you guys for the congratulations on passing the funded account. Like I said, like, I'm already deep into the video, but like, I appreciate y'all genuinely. I'm very excited to trade on this Express account. Like, as y'all can probably tell, I kind of forced that trade today, honestly. But yeah, hopefully I can settle into the account and kind of get used to it and kind of, get the jitters out the way and treat it like a normal trading account. Just keep it simple. Always remember, draw on liquidity. I'm just going to keep trading simple, right? It's not easy. Trading isn't easy, right? But I mean, it can be very, very simple if you make it simple. And if you make it harder for yourself, you can definitely make it harder for yourself. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys learned something from this video, and I will see you guys next time I take a trade. Peace and God bless.